Okay, hello my very fabulous students. We are doing our math right now, and we are on Chapter 9, Lesson 3, 9.3. Page number that we're starting on is 625. If you see, we're out of this world, and some maybe fish, I guess they're fish, on it, then you know you're on the right page. It says subtracting like fractions. And that is where we're going to begin. If you need a second to grab your page, go ahead and pause the video. So remember, like fractions mean that the denominator is the same. So if we made up a fake thing like 2 over 3 and 1 over 3, and the denominators are the same, they are alike, and you can add them. They are like fractions. So this time we're going to subtract like fractions. And let's jump in. It says, example 1, about 7/10 of Earth's surface is covered by oceans. The Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean and covers about 3/10 of the Earth's surface. How much of the Earth's surface is covered by oceans other than the Pacific Ocean? So the whole thing, 7/10 of the Earth is covered by water or oceans, and 3/10 of that is the Pacific Ocean. So we're going to subtract. So one way we could do is you could place 7/10 tile fractions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then remove 3 of the tiles. Bump, bump, bump. How many do you have left? 4 tiles left. So you have 4/10 left. Or that reduces down because I can divide by the top and the bottom 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 2/5 is what's left over. Or here's the other way. We're just going to keep the denominator the same, 10th, 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 and then subtract the numerator. 7 minus 3, we know 7 minus 3 is 4. So 7 minus 3 is 4, so we have 4/10. And then we'd write it in simplest form. Again, we would divide by 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. Whatever you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 2/5 of the Earth is... Oh, Mrs. Bodell wasn't showing me the bottom. Sorry about that, my friends. 2/5 of the Earth's surface is covered by oceans other than the Pacific Ocean. If you need another second to fill that in because I wasn't showing you my screen very well, I apologize for that. And you can go ahead and add those in now. Okay, let's go to the back side. Example 2, it says, this table shows the amount of rainfall several cities received in a recent month. How much more, whenever you see how much more, it's going to be a subtraction problem. Rain did Centerville receive than Brushton? So we know that Centerville received 9/10 and Brushton received 3/10, so we're going to subtract them. 9/10 minus 3/10. So we rewrite the denominator, and then we subtract. 9 minus 3 equals 6. So 6/10, and it says to write that in simplest form. Well, they don't give you a lot of room there. So if you can think of something that you can divide both 6 and 10 by, well, they're both even, so I know I can take out a 2. Divided by 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Has to be the same because this is really 1. 2 over 2 is 1. We're dividing it by itself, and based on the identity property, we're not changing it. Anytime you divide something by 1, it stays the same. 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 6/10 is 3/5 inches. More rain fell in Centerville than Brushton, those two cities. Centerville than Brushton. So, okay, let's do some guided practice. It says subtract. Write each difference in simplest form. Remember, that means we have to reduce. We have to have our answer in simplest form. So 5/7 minus 3/7. My denominators are the same, so I can just rewrite it and then practice writing that line there. And then 5 minus 3 is 2. 2/7. Is that in simplest form? Let's see. The factors of 2 are 1 and 2. Can I divide 7 by 2? No. So the only factor left is 1. That means it's already reduced. so 2/7 is my answer. 3/5 minus 2/5. 5 is the bottom. I can rewrite it. 3 minus 2 is 1. Anytime there's a 1 on top, it's reduced because the only factor of 1 is 1, so it's already reduced. So 1/5. And the last one on this page is 6/9 minus 3/9. The bottom is the same, so I can just rewrite my denominator. 6 minus 3 is 3. Is that in simplest form? Well, the factors of 3 are 1 and 3. Can I divide 9 by 3? Ooh, I can. So let's do divided by 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. So your answer here is 1/3. 3/9 and 1/3 are equivalent fractions, but this one is in simplest form. Okay, let's go up to the independent practice. Independent practice. It says subtract and write each difference in simplest form. So we're going to check, are my denominators the same? Yes, they are like fractions. My denominator is going to stay a 6. 5 minus 3 is 2. Can I simplify that? Is there anything I can divide out? Ooh, they're both even, so I have to be able to take out a 2. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. 1/3. Let's do number 5. 2/3 minus 1/3. Well, they both have 3 as a denominator, so that's going to stay the same. 2 minus 1 is 1. Remember, anytime you have a 1 on top, it's already in simplest form. The only factor of 1 is 1, so you're already done. 3/5 minus 1/5. Well, my denominators are the same, so I can just rewrite the denominator, and then I'm going to go 3 minus 1 is 2. Is that in simplest form? Well, let's see. Here's my number 2. The factors of 2 are 1 and 2. Can I divide 5 by 2 evenly? No. So my only factor left is 1. It is in simplest form. So I want you guys to go ahead and do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pause the video here. Do those. Please pause the video here. Do those on your own, and then we're going to come back and check. Okay, so we're checking our work. These are both 7ths, so my denominator stays the same. 6 minus 5 is 1. Anytime I have a 1 on top, I know it is simplified, so I am done there. 9/9, so 5/9 minus 2/9, they're both 9ths, so I'm just going to rewrite my denominator. 5 minus 2 is 3. Ooh, 3, I know I can divide out a 3. You've got 3/9, but you had to reduce. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So if you didn't reduce 3/9 to 1/3, you need to make sure you're dividing out to simplify it down to the smallest numbers you can get it, to the smallest fraction that is equivalent. So it makes more sense in our brain. This one we have a denominator of 8. I can rewrite it. 6 minus 4 is 2. Can I divide anything out? Yes, I can. It's even, so I have to be able to get out at least a 2. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. 1's on top, that means it's in its simplest form. Let's do number 10. 3/4 minus 1/4. My denominator is a 4. I can rewrite it. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2/4. Ooh, I can maybe think about that if I have fourths. Eventually you'll start seeing these in your brain. If I have 2/4, that's the same as 1/2, right? 2/4 divided by 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. I should have got 1/2 on that one. 9/12 minus 3/12. 12 is in the denominator. 9 minus 3 is 6. Ooh, this might look familiar to you too. Is 6 half of 12? It is, so I bet it's going to be a half. Let's try dividing out. Well, let's do this. Let's say you divided out a 2, because you knew they were both even. 6 divided by 2 equals 3, and 12 divided by 2 equals 6. But now I can divide out a 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. 1/2. 1/2. If you could also have divided out a 6 if you recognize that that was the greatest common factor, and you would have got 1/2 right from the beginning. Or you also can see that 6 is 1/2 of 12 and know it was 1/2. So the answer here, I've circled so many things, is 1/2. 4/5 minus 2/5. Well, the denominator doesn't change. 5 and 5 is 5. 4 minus 2 is 2. Is that in simplest form? Well, let's see. 2 only has the factors of 1 and 2. Can I divide 5 by 2? Nope. I only have a 1 left, so that means this is my simplest form answer. Okay, let's do the algebra, you guys. 5/9 minus 1/9 equals what? So we know the denominator is going to be a 9th. 5 minus 4 is, or 5 minus 1 is 4. Now, can we simplify that at all? Can we simplify? Well, the factors of 4 are 1, 2, and 4. Can I divide 9 by 4 evenly? No. Can I divide 9 by 2 evenly? No. So I only have the factor of 1 left, so 4/9 is my final answer. 6/8 minus something 8 equals 1/8. What's that top? Now it's technically not going to be an 8 because that's already up there. We just want the top. So remember, the bottom stays the same. So 6 minus what equals 1? 6 minus what equals 1? 6 minus 5 equals 1. Last problem for today, you guys. Last problem. 3/4 minus 2/4 equals how many fourths? Well, this is easy. My denominator stayed the same. 3 minus 2 is 1. The answer there is 1/4. But your W that's missing is a 1. Nice work, my friends. Adding and subtracting fractions that are like fractions. The denominators are the same. 3/4 plus 1/4 equals, the denominator stays the same. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4/4 or 1. We subtract. 3/4 minus 1/4, it's the same. The denominators are the same. You rewrite it. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2/4 or 1/2. Adding and subtracting fractions with like denominators.